Instagram business. So I thought we could start with some fun facts about Instagram and kind of why, it's important. So there's 500 million daily active users on Instagram. So that doesn't even count all the people that have one and they're not going on it every day. So Instagram is a huge platform. It's growing. Not as big as Facebook. Obviously, Facebook's the biggest. But Instagram is owned by Facebook. Now they bought it. So more and more people are kind of moving over to Instagram. I think it's kind of important to know that over half of users are women. So when you're, thinking what to post, just keep that in the back of your mind. 63% of Americans use Instagram daily, which is a surprisingly high number, I think. And in 2020, they estimate 75% of businesses will be on Instagram using Instagram business, which is huge. So the age group with the most users is 25 to 34. We kind of talked previously about how Facebook, that age group is a little higher, whereas Instagram, it's definitely, more younger people are on this platform. But don't be deterred because more and more people in older age groups are joining Instagram. So all of you said that you had an Instagram page, and I think you're all over 34, no offense. So it's definitely growing in some of those other demographics. And as more and more people join, you can start tailoring your content towards those older, age ranges. And then I thought this was fun. The most liked photo on the platform is actually this picture of an egg. It has 54.2 million likes. It was kind of run as like a joke. Kylie Jenner had the most liked photo with, I think, 18 million. And so someone started this egg account and tried to get millions of people all over the world to like this photo. So they broke a world record with this
photo. Put a beard on that egg, that's me.
So, if I use Instagram, first off, real estate overall is a visual industry, right? And Instagram is all about the visuals and the aesthetics and beautiful photos and videos. And so when you're posting photos of houses, Instagram is a great platform to do that. People go on there to look at photos, to look at beautiful content. It also has a higher organic reach than Facebook. We've talked in the past about how it's really becoming difficult on Facebook to reach people organically without paying for ads. And Instagram has a much higher reach. So if you post something, it's much more likely that your followers will actually be able to see your posts and be able to engage with it. Also, your competitors are probably on Instagram. We talked in the previous slide, 75% of businesses are getting on Instagram in 2020. That includes, other realtors, other real estate companies. So if they have an Instagram, you probably also want to have a presence on Instagram, just so when people look you up, they'll expect to find you and see you there. And then lastly, it's an excellent way to kind of define your brand and make it stand out. Because Instagram's so visual, it's much easier when you look at a profile to automatically get a sense of what that brand is about. So for you, it's kind of, if someone looked at your profile, they should automatically be able to see kind of who you are as a person, kind of what your interests are, what your strengths are, that kind of thing. That should all come from your profile. So that's a really great way to kind of stand out from your competition and make yourself unique. So some of the pros of having a business profile versus a personal profile. So you all have personal profiles, which is still good. It's good to have any presence. But a business profile offers some different tools, kind of like on your Facebook business page, they offer those different tools. So the first would be a contact button. That's something that's only offered for a business profile. So that can either say, I think it can say whatever you want. So it can be like email, call. There's similar ones on Facebook, or it can just say contact and then give them an option how they want to contact you. So that's great because people can go on your profile and really easily get in contact. It's not just sending a message. Maybe they don't want to send a message. Maybe they want to call you directly. You can make that be an option, which is really good. Analytics and insights, similar to Facebook, they offer analytics. These are I will say on Instagram, they're kind of simpler. So they don't offer, like if you go on Facebook, there's a huge breakdown. You can look at really specific things. But Instagram is a little more simple. You can look at, when people viewed your photos, who's viewing them, kind of the demographics, age, gender, that kind of thing. But it's still good. It gives you a snapshot of how your profile is doing, how certain posts are performing better than other posts. It'll also show you, if you have like a link to your website, it'll show you how many people have clicked on it, or if you have a post, how many people have clicked to your profile from the post. So you can kind of see, okay, are my photos encouraging people to go to my profile and then go to my website? So that's really valuable information when you're thinking about marketing. Instagram ads, similar to Facebook ads. Sorry, Carolyn's joining the first set. So this is, as we talked about, the best way to get your content in front of people, unfortunately, is to pay for it. But Instagram ads are really great. They just show up right in your newsfeed, kind of. I don't know what they call it in Instagram. But basically, when you're scrolling through, ads will just pop up. It's right there. So it's much easier for people to see them, and much more likely for people to actually view your ads and not just scroll past them. There's also an option to show a category. So hometowns obviously is real estate. Yours could be real estate or entrepreneur. And there's an option to make this visual. So when you go to make your business page, you can select this category and you can either make it visual or not. So you can see on the right, I include these photos. This is an example of a personal versus a business profile. And you can see on the right, hers says Arts and Humanities website underneath of her name. So that's kind of an example of a category, and that just gives people a sense of what her page is about. And then you can also link your Facebook business page to your Instagram business page, and then you can post, on one or the other, and it'll kind of share across both platforms. So that's easy because, if you're posting something on Facebook, it can go straight to your Instagram and you don't have to think about, what am I going to post on Instagram today? It's kind of shared on both, hitting different audiences, which is cool.
So it's shared automatically?
So that's just a setting that you can click on and say, share my post to Facebook to, or share my post to Instagram to. And you can either do it, so say there's some posts that you don't want shared on both platforms, you can turn it off or turn it on for the post. It's really easy. I use that all the time for hometown because it makes it easier for me, and I don't have to come up with as much content for our Facebook page.
Gotcha.
So, yes. Did someone have a question? Okay. So this is kind of, you said you all had personal profiles. This is kind of where you'd want to go to change it from a personal to a business. So first off, you all have the app, right? The Instagram app. You're not doing it from a desktop. Yes.
Mine's a business account.
Yours is a business account. Oh, awesome.
It says contact there. I have the contact button.
Perfect. Okay, so for everyone else, if you want to change it, it's really easy. You just go on your profile. That's kind of the little head symbol in the lower right corner. And then there's going to be 3 lines. So that will take you to all your settings and different options. And you just go in your account, hit switch to professional account, choose business, and then just add in your details. So add in a bio, about what your business does. This may be a little different from your personal profile bio, but should give a sense of kind of who you are and then also what you do professionally. And then add all those things in, choose your business type. So we talked about categories, real estate, entrepreneur, whatever you decide. And you're done. And you always have the option to switch back to a personal profile if you decide the business is not working for you. In terms of use, they're really similar. So if you decide to switch back, you can. It's really easy. And you follow these same steps and it'll switch you back to your personal profile.
So where with Facebook, you can have both. Here, you just have one at a time.
Yes. Well, I guess technically you could have two. I think it's easier just to have one, you know, and that's up to you too. So if you say, okay, my Instagram really is going to be more personal photos and I'm not interested in kind of using it for marketing real estate purposes, I would just keep the personal one. And if there is a real estate, you know, listing or a photo of your buyers that you want to share, then just share it on your personal one. But I'd say unless, you know, if you're not interested in using the ads or kind of tracking who's, you know, viewing your posts or anything like that, just keep the personal one.
Okay.
If that makes sense. That's my opinion, which you don't have to listen to, obviously. So this is kind of if you don't have any profile on Instagram, which I don't know if anyone here doesn't have an Instagram. How about Carolyn or Marcus? Do either of you have an Instagram?
I don't with the, I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I do have a business Instagram.
Okay. Well,
I don't have one yet. I'm getting things set up. My license isn't in yet, but I will definitely do this. And Kat, I see that you're recording this. Do you post the recordings?
yes, I post them on our Hometown University YouTube page. I'm a little behind right now, but I am posting them.
Could you possibly send me either the recording or the deck?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Since most of you already have a page, I'll just kind of skip through this really quickly. Basically, when you're picking a username, try to pick something related, you know, kind of to real estate, if that's your thing. It could be, I know Becky Parker's is Ask for Becky, so that's a really good one. It's not like directly related, but it still kind of suggests, you know, she has something to do with clients and looking for advice. I sent an example of this for me, like Kat Milbratt, RVA Realtor or something. Just something general, but gives people an idea kind of what you're about. When you're picking a profile picture, please pick a nice headshot. Unless you have a specific logo, I would really suggest, you know, picking a nice photo of yourself. As we talked about earlier, people really are looking for authenticity, and it's nice to go on your profile and see someone's face and kind of get a sense of who they are and what they look like. So I would say just pick a nice headshot. Oh yeah, and this is important. If you have a website that you're interested in sharing, put that link in your bio. This is the only location on Instagram you can actually put a link that people can click on. So say you comment a link in a post or something, people won't be able to click on it. It'll just show up kind of as regular type. So in Hometowns, we have our link, you know, gohtr.com in the bio. And then you can also see that in your analytics. So when someone clicks on that link, we, you know, have it listed as this many people clicked on your profile link. So if you have that, definitely put it in the bio. It's the best place to. Hopefully it will encourage people to go to your website. Okay, so this is all about linking your Facebook business page. Have any of you done this? Anyone already with Facebook, Instagram business pages? No.
No.
Again,
I haven't done.
Okay, this is only if you are interested in doing that, and you have to have a Facebook business page already set up to be able to link it. So you can't link an Instagram business page to a personal Facebook page. It has to be set up as a business page. So basically, go into your settings on your Instagram. So again, go to your profile symbol, and then there's the 3 little lines in the top corner. It's going to be under accounts, and then you're going to want to go to linked accounts, choose Facebook, and then log into your Facebook on that page. And it should, I think it'll just like, if you put in your information correctly, it'll like recognize it, log you in, and then it'll have your personal login to Facebook kind of connected with your Instagram business now. And then once you're logged in, you can go back to your Instagram profile, click that edit profile, and then you should be able to scroll down and select page, which is listed under public business information, and your Facebook business pages should pop up, which hopefully you only have one or two. Kyle, you look concerned.
It's in here.
Wait, what was that?
Hold on a second.
Okay. If anyone else is trying this and having issues, let me know. We can work on it.
Linked accounts. Yeah, like when I hit linked accounts, it shows up Facebook and then it has my Facebook page. So I guess it is already linked.
Okay, so when you go on your profile and you click edit profile, does it come up under public business information? Does it show your page linked?
Yeah, I was next door neighbor for a while before that, so I sort that. But I think bottom line is I never had a problem with that. I wasn't an investor in anything, but he certainly knows
Where do I find edit profile?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I hit open Facebook, it goes right to my Facebook page.
Okay, so that's good. So hopefully it should give you an option when you go to post also to your Facebook page,
Okay.
which is really
Okay.
and on your Facebook page, it should say, you might have to go in and like confirm that it's been linked, but next time you post, it should give you an option to also post to Instagram too.
All right, gotcha.
That makes sense. If it doesn't, feel free to call me or email me.
Okay.
we can figure it out.
All right.
And so here are just a couple of things kind of to remember with Instagram. Like I said, it's all about visuals. So I included an example to the right, kind of how one profile that's doing a really good job of kind of maintaining their aesthetic. It should always be consistent and it should match what your brand is. So say Kyle loves orange, maybe that's his theme throughout his Instagram. So you can see in this one, it's all kind of these earthy tones, a lot of tans and grays and some like light orange. But it all looks very cohesive. It matches. When people go to her page, they kind of expect to see this. They know that this is what she's all about. And they like her, aesthetic. They like her brand. So the most successful profiles, unfortunately, are completely curated. So people are really thinking consciously about what they're posting and how it fits into their overall brand. It doesn't have to be color. On the next slide, I have an example of one that's not color focused, but color is, it does play a really big role because it's so obviously cohesive, right? If everything kind of is including the same color palette. So color is a really big way that's easy to kind of curate your feed and make your aesthetic cohesive. Also, don't forget hashtags. I talked about this a little with Facebook, but with Instagram, it's much more important than Facebook, I would say. So on Instagram, hashtags are a really big way to find kind of similar content. So if I, click on the real estate hashtag, it'll take me to every post where someone has hashtagged real estate. And so normally it's, listings or pictures of realtors with their clients, kind of anything real estate related. So it's really important for Instagram. People follow hashtags, and then so that will show them kind of any content that's related. So I think I tend to follow like interior design. So I see kind of any post anywhere from Instagram where someone has hashtagged interior design and, it's all about wall color or furniture, whatever. So that's really important because it'll get your content in front of people that don't necessarily follow you. And then lastly, I wrote, remember to be authentic. The thing with like so many curated profiles is that people, people recognize that they're kind of designed that way, that they're not necessarily genuine. And so people really look for content that is genuine. And that's important on Instagram because it is so visual. So, if you're including photos of yourself or your clients, just make them really authentic. Don't over edit them, keep it real, keep it interesting, keep it unique to you, that kind of thing. Because people really appreciate that and they'll show it by engaging with your content more. And so to wrap up, this is the example I was talking about. So this is a realtor from Canada, and his aesthetic is kind of these really funny posed photos with his clients. So you can see, it's kind of hard to see in some of them, but he always has them like holding the sold sign and then doing something really funny and kind of unique to that client and that story. So that's, that's what he's known for. And his followers, he has like 2,500 or something. That's kind of what they expect. Like they like seeing the stories that he's sharing and the funny pictures. And it shows his personality and kind of his relationship with his clients, and so if you hired him as a realtor, he'd probably share a funny photo of you too. So he clearly cares about his clients. He cares about that relationship. So this is a really good example. It's not color based at all. These are genuine, real photos from his clients. So I thought this was a really good example kind of another option of curating your unique aesthetic and kind of brand for Instagram. So that's all I had in terms of slides. Does anyone have any questions or concerns or comments?
So what hashtags would, other than just basically like real estate, real estate RVA, I guess can you search hashtags and see how popular one is, and would you want to have one that is ultra popular, or what is the theory on that?
So the theory is that the more specific your hashtag is, the better, because there's a lot of kind of like weird niche groups and people out there that are really into one specific thing. The problem with using one that's too general, so say I hashtagged real estate, there's like 18 million posts with that hashtag. So the likelihood that someone's gonna actually come across your post is a lot lower than say if you hashtagged like, I don't know, RVA.
Hometown or.
Yeah, something like that. So you can also make your own branded hashtag if there's like a phrase that you like to use, with your agents, or say like Kevin Curry made one. It could be the Kevin Curry group hashtag. And he could, encourage his clients to kind of use it. But I would say aim for something that's pretty specific, obviously not too specific, like hopefully other people will have used said hashtag before, but definitely something specific. So if it's in this area, I'd say like anything RVA or Richmond or Central Virginia, or even like Fredericksburg has a hashtag. I think it's FXBG is their hashtag. So that's like kind of area specific. And so people around here are probably searching for that hashtag and clicking on it, which will hopefully get your content kind of in front of the right eyes, at least locally, if that makes sense.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? No? Okay. Well, as always, if you ever have questions, just email me or call me at the Carytown office. I'm always here. Or if you want to sit down and like create a page together or kind of look at your page and go over, revamp it or something, I can always do that too. So.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.